hit my buttons. I gotta hit my buttons. Gotta hit the buttons, and there go one button hit, and here go the last button. How y'all doing out there? What's good? Let me see. Is everything changed on this one? Nothing has changed on this one. So I appreciate you coming through and stopping by and checking out your boy over here. We're doing a lot of work. We're grinding. This is my show called Hood Approved, and in this particular show, I discuss the people that you see on the cover. You got Fat Joe, you got Dr. Umar Johnson, and the question about those guys is, are they hood approved? And the reason why I ask that question is because in the media, a lot of these dudes been having like a crazy run, and it's looking bad in a regards. You know what I'm saying? You know, you look at those guys and they've been celebrities for a while. Dr. Umar Johnson, not as long as Fat Joe, but he still has done a lot in the game. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, but the people don't like them, and they having a bad take. You know what I'm saying? So it's really like crazy what you when you see how everything is turning out on their behalf. So I decided to get up here and talk my stuff. So when you come into the situation over here, I appreciate you stopping through, checking us out. I gotta promote my shirt. I gotta promote my shirt. This is my shirt. I don't have it on because it's so hot in the city. This is my HoodFilms shirt. You can check these out. They should be somewhere that you can see them and support us out here. And we do appreciate you showing love if you can. The shirts, we got all sizes, a few different colors too. I gotta turn it kind of angly, but if you see the actual work on there, it's so pristine, it's so official. You know, we rock the best. This is the best shirt you can get to. It's rugged. It's a situation you can hold down. You know what I mean? It's gonna really hold you down. We got different colors, different sizes. So no matter what size you got, I mean, we going all the way up to 5X. You know what I'm saying? So, and we got the black outrage joints and the hood approved. So make sure you get a chance if you can to check us out. But as far as the situation going on with those dudes, man, they've been basically scamming, and a lot of it is like basically popping out, and there's no running from it today. And I saw one situation earlier today talking about Dr. Umar Johnson, and he was really like, when I guess I could say, you know, like snapping, and I thought that he was a little bit more mentally in tune than being out here like that, but he ain't. You know, he was going crazy talking about some girl he dating, and that's really where I'm gonna try to go with it at. You know what I'm saying? And so let's try to jump into the scenario what we're gonna watch right quick. Let's get to it. Let's see what we can see right quick. Let's go.
I'm so happy. Boosie Boo going to jail, and I can nan nan and boo boo. I this would be more content. I
Hold
feel
up,
like
hold up, hold up. We ain't gonna. That's the wrong conversation. We talking about that, but we ain't gonna talk about no Boosie right now. We know what Boosie dealing with, and it's really tough. So I don't know why they pulling Boosie up right now, because that's not what I'm looking at. But I am gonna look at some other scenarios dealing with Dr. Umar Johnson. So if you came into the shop, I appreciate you.
saying I was
I
stealing the
shows,
money.
I
I
show
was scamming.
zaps.
Wasn't
Hold
going
up,
to
hold
be
up,
no
pause,
school.
pause,
Make
pause.
sure y'all are in.
Pause. Damn. I show Zap said hi. Was popping. I appreciate you coming over here to the show. I'm your boy Hood. This is my show. Hood approved. I'm trying to see, is Fat Joe, is Dr. Umar Johnson still hood approved? I don't know. I mean, these guys basically have done a lot, but it don't seem like they really are hood approved. If you ask me, I would say not. I would say not at all, but let's go to the content, as they call it. Let's go to the content. So welcome to the show. I'm having a super great day. I hope you guys are having a super great day too. You know what I'm saying? I guess that goes with the question. It's a warm day where I'm from. So hot, it's like I got a barbecue in a minute. So I was like, you know what? Let me go talk to my people out here so y'all can get me motivated and say some stuff in the comments so I can laugh with y'all and have some fun. Because I got to go stand out in the heat and barbecue today. Let me know in the comment section what you have to do today, what you got going on, what you think about the commentary that we have it right here. As a matter of fact, let me keep working because every time, every minute, every second counts. You know what I'm saying? And I want to continue to build on what we got going on, but I'm still working on the setup and everything like that. So let me know what y'all got going on today. Hit the like button too. Show some love. Hit the like button. We are definitely looking forward to you guys showing love. You said, am I hood approved? I think that's what you're trying to say. Am I hood approved? Well, I would not know if you hood approved. You would have to show me something about you to showcase your hood approvedness. You know what I mean? Like, what about you make you should be hood approved? A lot of people want to be hood approved, and a lot of people are already hood approved. But that determines who you are and how you operate and things of that nature. That's just my opinion. And you could tell us, are you hood approved? That's really the big question. And I would say Dr. Umar Johnson and uh, Fat Joe have been hood approved. I mean, these guys have put in a lot. They worked. They grinded. You know what I'm saying? They showed us that they was gonna give us the entertainment that we was looking for from them. But in recent times, they look kind of suspect in their world. They look kind of ill in what they do, and it's kind of like it's a time now where things have come to a head, and people are asking questions and thinking about it, and we got to talk about it. So let me just set up one of these polls real quick. Uh, 1 second. I want you guys to, well, you know what? Let's put them both. Well, people might have two opinions, but we're going to put them both since we're talking about both guys. It's kind of like two opinions for this, but it's still two people that we're talking about, and people understand we're talking about both of them. So it's Dr. Umar Johnson and Fat Joe. One more space. Hood approved. Let's make sure I got everything in there right. Just want to make sure it's spelled right. It's Dr. Johnson. It's Dr. Umar Johnson and Fat Joe Hood approved. So I want you guys to vote if you can. Normally we get a crazy amount of votes. It be going crazy on the votes. I'd be like, God damn. Let me see. So I want you guys to vote if you can. Do as many votes as you can. Let the polls come in. I see the votes running in already. You know what I'm saying? It's 100% at this point as yes, they are hood approved. So that means we're gonna have a nice little run right here on the on those guys and see what's going on with them. You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure I got everything right. Hold up. We're working it. We're working it. I think I'm okay. All right, so let's get back to the actual show real quick, and we'll let them talk about it. This might be Dr. Umar exactly himself speaking, and I'll get back to the comments in a minute because I see somebody got my mama in there or some real name like this. Or is that my real name? I think that's the question.
To report to all my African family around the world, because this is a Pan-African school, a Pan-African mission, and this school came together by all members of the African family around the world. So Africa is celebrating with us. The Caribbean is celebrating with us. Our European African brothers and sisters, the ones in Asia, in Australia, Canada, and the South Pacific, my Brazilian Africans, my Honduran Africans, we got Cuban Africans and Rican Africans who are celebrating with us. We did it, brothers and sisters. They finished the HVAC today. We did it, brothers and sisters. We did it, brothers and sisters. Electric is done. HVAC is done. Plumbing is done. Sprinklers is done. Fire is done. Burglar is done. All systems are done.
All systems are done. All major renovations have been completed. This clip is from probably about a few years ago.
If I told you I make money on
all right, shut up. Well, you see, the guy said that was a clip from about a year ago, and you remember it's been this ongoing question as to when is Dr. Umar gonna finish this school. So if that was a couple of years ago, and I don't know if anybody heard the fact that he's said he's out of money right now. Hey, I can't believe. Hey, the comment section going crazy over there, man. My man say, "What does this do?" And then look at his name. Oh my God, I don't even want to read that out loud right now. But it's going crazy in the comment section. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you go ahead and comment and do everything that you do. I appreciate you guys showing love. I'm trying to set everything up too as well, so I can make sure that we have everything going. We got the super chats, we got the super thanks, we got the shopping. We have a few things that we're trying to make sure that you guys are aware of at the channel. But my man going crazy in the comment section. And make sure you vote too, because we got the vote thing popping right there in the section. But Dr. Umar is kind of scamming a little bit, man. When I kind of look at it overall, it's like he's not being 100%. He's faking it. He's lying, and you kind of keep seeing it happen over and over, year after year. He pops out, he asks for money. He pops out, he asks people to support him, and it's like, bro, you're lying. You know what I mean? Like heavy-handedly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not even looking at it. Maybe you can't see it from my lens, but it's you're effectively lying, and you're not gonna ever open a school. And it's like, what are you doing? Just lying to the people like this? You should feel bad. You know what I'm saying? Or you should just stop. But I don't think he understands it like that. I think he's locked into who he is, and it's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? In the comment section, we got just out, just out. You've been trying to make me say it, look, just out, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Not gonna lie, you look like my uncle. Why you going crazy on me, just out? God, dog. That is me though. Your mama said go home early. You been outside too long. You said, why is your name HoodFilms? Mama said that's not your real name. The way you say mama said, bro, it sounds like we actually know each other. And Dilla said, Umar, Busta Rhymes are in love. Holy Moly Donut says, so when's that school coming out? That's the question today. So I'm going to let Umar give a little bit more insight, but let me get 1 second. I'm going to refresh my page real quick so I can make sure everything is working right, because that's what we got to do over here. But make sure you like, subscribe, show love. Actually, if you can, hit the like button, make a vote, show some love over there. That's what we need from you guys today, a little love. It goes a long way. All right, let's go to the show. One second on the audio.
Brothers and sisters, I'm willing to take a lie detector test. Brothers and sisters, I'm willing to take a lie detector test. When that woman, after gummy bearing my Shango stick, that woman took off telling you, brothers and sisters, and I don't mean no disrespect to feminine energy. I don't mean no disrespect to feminine energy. I don't mean no disrespect to feminine energy. When she told us, sisters, she smelled like inside of her and died. She smelled like an old fish tank. You ever smell a fish tank that somebody ain't cleaned in like 2 years?
Now that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is your black intellectual, Dr. Umar Johnson.
Hey,
Right?
I agree. Well, let him speak. Let him speak.
Child psychologist, even though we never seen him work with children, we never even seen him talk to any children. But yet and still, he's been able to be around for 15 years and collect millions of dollars, right, to build a school that's never been open. When he first started, those children that he said he was going to build a school for, they done graduated, they got their own children, they got their own everything. But this is your intellectual talking about a woman gummy bearing his Shango stick. Are you serious?
And that's really why I wanted to bring y'all this one, because I was like, in my humble opinion, I think Dr. Umar Johnson I think he had a nervous breakdown. And I say that because most people, especially somebody that went to a PhD program, let's say you just don't want to work in a office setting, or you don't want to work inside what you would consider to be a job, like a busy gig where you got to go to work every single day. You know, that could even make you have a nervous breakdown in its own right. You know what I'm saying? Because of stress, job, family, kids, money. But then you go and you trying to build a school, you don't really have the money coming in like you needed, the donations. Then you're a celebrity. Then people disrespected you online because that's how it go, because you're a celebrity. Then you got to travel the country to do all this stuff. He done gave his phone number out to people. You overloading your life. And it's like, how you going to ever but like sit down and just mellow out? And this girl that he's discussing or talking about, she is on the other side saying way outlandish stuff about him. So it seemed like this bad relationship that he went in, but it seemed like as a guy with this school and this intellectual lifestyle, you wouldn't be arguing with his ex-girlfriend. You would just let her be like this mean chick. You know, everybody look at it like, okay, she a girl, she upset, whatever. But he coming back driving reckless at her too. And it's like, you the one with the credential. You the one with the school. Like, who is this girl? We don't know this girl. Everybody know you. And to see him saying these things about the girl don't mean it ain't true or whatever, but it's like, dude, you dropping way off the side of the earth with this. So I kind of believe he don't have. I think he lost it a little. I think he kind of like the pressure of whatever he dealing with kind of made him have a nervous breakdown. So and this guy who we watching right now, this street media TV. I like to watch his conversation and things he got to say. So that's what you're watching. If you want to watch more of his show, you can. But we're gonna go back into the conversation. So hit the like button, share the message, all that stuff, and welcome to the show. I appreciate it. It's your boy Hood. This is Hood approved. We're trying to see is Fat Joe and Dr. Umar Johnson Hood approved because it's been a lot of craziness in both of their names. You got Fat Joe going crazy with the hip hop awards and disrespecting the FBA. You got Dr. Umar Johnson playing games with people, money and hearts. So we keep readdressing the story because it's like hot news. So let's get back to it and keep voting. The votes is coming in. I appreciate the votes coming in. I appreciate you guys coming into the show and checking us out. But we're gonna get right to it.
Are you serious? So many times in the black community, we got all these great orators and people that can talk, but not enough producers. Not people that are willing to do the work, right? We got all these people that want leadership, but how many people are actually in service of producing, right? And this is how these charlatans is able to come into the community and grip, right? And get over and take advantage of people. This guy has been mixed up in so many different scandals over the years, right? But this woman now, Siobhan Stone, right? The one that he said, Siobhan Stone, the one that he said gummy bear at the Shango, right? She went to Tasha K to talk to Tasha K to basically break down and explain her experience in dealing with Umar Johnson. Check this out.
Okay, so the conversation's about the mother. What did he tell you about his mom?
So he was telling me that he fell out with the agency, and he asked me, long story stop, kind of it's a long, but he asked me basically if I would mind coming out to care for his mother. His head, like a lot of stuff going on with him, and I was like, well, maybe if I'm gonna be an unconditional friend, maybe that's wrong with him. He ain't never had nobody be unconditional that don't want shit from him. And he kept saying, well, I would marry you if you would take care of my. I don't want to marry you, Umar. I don't want to marry you. I don't want to go out to dinner with you. Why do you think that I want to marry you? You're not that dude for me. You're not that dude. I think he thought I was a plus size chick and I'm just happy to be with him. He soon found out.
So you can see how the girl actually look in the flesh, and it's not like, you know, I'm not going to diss her and be down on her like that, but I mean, she's not like a supermodel status looking chick right off the jump. You know what I'm saying? If you just look right at her quickly, you know, she's not like that status. But I think Umar Johnson could have had like a better looking chick if that's what he really wanted, if he was really seeking that. So I don't know what his particular mission was messing with her, not necessarily, but he did it. They was together as she claiming, and he is obviously dissing her back from what she's claiming about him. And so it's like it's really something to see. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's really something to see. It's like, what you gonna do, Umar? This the kind of chicks you kick it with? You know what I'm saying? Oh man, it's crazy. Give me 1 second. Q and A session. I'm putting up the super chat. If you guys want to help us out, we'll do like a super chat situation. I'm gonna host a Q&A after the fact. If you guys could support us, hit us on we'll start a goal. You know what I'm saying? See if you can hit us with the super chat. See if you can hit us with the like button and show some love over here. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you coming to the show. This is Hood Approved. We're talking about Dr. Umar Johnson and Fat Joe. We're trying to see, are they still Hood Approved? That's a question that's been going out. And you can see with Dr. Umar Johnson, he got his hands full between him yelling at this girl online and the girl out in his relationship with her. It's like, it's drama, man. It's almost like a hood soap opera or something like that. So let's get back to it. And keep them votes coming in too, guys. Let's go.
He soon found out. But
Okay.
yeah, I told him, table, we can even take sex off the table. I'll help you. You get your shit together, and then we'll get your mama on the right path. He's like, oh yeah, okay, you know, he G for that. So he sends for me. I fly out to Philly.
So he paid for the flight this time? He paid for the flight?
Yeah. He paid for it this time because this is out of the blue. And it was his show He flew me out to Philly. I get to Philly. He wants to pay for everything. I'm like, nah, okay, I got it. So he had to come to the hotel in order to pay for the room because something happened with the credit card or whatever. So he comes bopping into the fucking hotel loud, and then he's like, "Give me my hug." The dude recognized him. I've been staying in this hotel every time I come up there, and they seen him. They pieced it together. She's here. She's with Umar. So when he comes in, the guy's like dapping him up. Oh, Dr. Umar, Dr. Umar. And he's like, yeah, and then he comes over, he hugs me, and he's like, I got to get back to the house. He left his mom.
With Monday.com's intuitive work.
So as you can see, this girl is breaking it down, blow by blow. And that's why he's probably on the other end yelling and snapping at the way he is and giving it his go. And it's just crazy, man. But you could tell, you know, seeing relationships, you can see this the same kind of stuff that took Diddy down when just like somebody you actually know, somebody you had like around you, somebody you dating, and then it's like they ain't treated well in their opinion, and then they go right after you. They go right after the media. She had Tasha K show. I mean, this lady like one of the most famous people in the media in that regard, and then she right there putting it. It's gonna get to the world. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be hidden. It ain't gonna be locked out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Dr. Umar got his hands super full with this girl. You know, I don't know. She. What was he thinking? You know, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Hit the like button, share the message, guys. Do the vote, and let's go.
I get in the car, and we're going to go take care of his mother. That day, he put me up in a hotel room. I was supposed to go over to meet his mom to watch him take care of her because I'm not a health professional.
That's what I was. That was gonna be my next question. Do you have a background in a CNA? Why he couldn't hire a nurse's aide? So basically, he asked
Because he
you.
doesn't work well with people, Tasha. He pisses people off. Nobody can work with Umar too long. He's a liability. He's a liability. This nigga, ever since I met him, he's been in funk with people. And his bedside manner is the thing that I was telling you. Like, I have to tell him, Umar, don't talk to people like that. When people are calling in for them things about their kids, he's sucking his teeth, rolling his eyes. I don't want to hear this shit. He don't give a damn about them kids. He doesn't want to talk about the kids. He wants a picture of you. He want to see that ass, see if it's fat, and then he'll get engaged. Y'all are dealing with a predator,
He's
and y'all push
preying
this
on
nigga to the front of the
mothers.
line.
He's preying on these mothers that don't have fathers to these kids who have disabilities.
He thought he didn't even take no time with me. He thought my son's dad wasn't involved. My son's dad is very involved. And he's sitting up there telling her dad, tell her ex to get in. You don't want to see my ex after what you did to my son.
This bad news for that guy. So this is this the downfall of his relationship, at least with this girl. So then you got the banking situation going on too. So we in the comment section right now. We in the voting, and we seeing is he hood approved? Is Dr. Umar Johnson hood approved? We got a question going on because obviously the school is not coming. We don't have to keep even yelling at the guy about that. We already know the school is not coming. He's not gonna be putting no school together. So no matter how much we look at it or get mad at him, it's not coming. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, you hey, Rita said what she Rita said that was a cliffhanger. Do not leave me stranded like that. What did he do to her son? All right, let's get back to it then. We're gonna get back to that quick question. What did he do to her son? I'm not gonna even make y'all wait. Let's get to it. Hit the like button, show some love.
Bro, no, you don't want to see
Basically,
that
he's
man.
pulling a Derek Jackson, how Derek Jackson would sell relationships on how women should be treated and stuff. He had a whole wife at the house, and when the women would DM him asking for advice, he would give them advice and then lure them in and fuck them.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you.
Whoa, 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 whoa. So they, I guess, it's in this particular sounding moment, it seemed like they don't want him to have no relationships. And if he do and they go bad, then it look like it's the worst ever. Because people break up, people have bad relationships every day. I mean, You meet somebody, it don't work out. That don't necessarily mean you the worst person in the world, or vice versa. But if the media is involved, if celebrity is involved, then it could necessarily mean that it's gonna hit the media. So now it's like, does that mean he is the not the best dude, or just mean him and her just didn't see eye to eye? Because if you ever live long enough, you can meet people and then it just crash or clash. But again, the internet is here, so it's like anything go wrong, anything, and it's right to the internet. It's right here. Oh, luckily he don't have the school, because if he hid, they would be trying to take that. They'd be saying you cannot be in front of these kids with this girl out here saying you did. It's like that in the world. So let me know in the votes what y'all doing. The votes is coming in. I see the votes. They rocking in. I appreciate you guys voting. Show some love in the comment section if you can, and like and share the message. Well, let's get back to the message real quick and see what the guy got to say.
People don't see the red flags with this guy. Like, but again, you know what? Yes, I do. Because in the black community, you don't have to produce anything. All you have to do is talk. We've been conditioned to believe that a man's masculinity is the head below the belly button and not the one above the neck. Not his ability to produce based off of his surroundings and using his brain. It's all about his sexual prowess, right? And how good he can speak. That's the way we view masculinity. So in our communities, production means nothing until after you then gave yourself to him or her, or like our community is just in a whole disarray. So we've seen all the red flags, we've seen all the problems, but yet and still this woman still went and dealt with this man. She wasn't finished, she doubled down by saying this.
It's crazy. Let these commercials play real quick. We got to get through their commercials. You know that this is the commercial business as well. So we got to get through the commercials. So I'm gonna take one as well, just so we can make sure we doing what we got to do. So give me 1 minute and make sure I got one going in, and I'll actually be back in 1 minute. Let's go. All right, y'all. We back at it real quick. So we're gonna jump right back into it. I see the votes still coming in. Let's see what they got going on over here. Over here.
Shit. It's not the men. The men be standing on 10 like, don't mess with that dude. I don't know how the women are the damn problem. They push this dude to the front. It's college girls now trying to get on that page just for clout. They send pictures to his phone. It's like it's a very throw myself at a man type of situation.
So it's like he wants to know a criteria that he looks for in order to engage with a woman. Like if she has a child, she's a little bit vulnerable, maybe doesn't have a dad. I could come in, be a role model, and in return, he gets some.
He don't even want to. He's so bold with it. He don't even want to deal with the kid. He ain't never spoke to my son in my son's life. We did a whole event. He never said, "Hey, where the young prince at? Let me bring him, so I could see him." He didn't give a damn about my son, and my son was good with that. He was like, good.
So you get down there to the mama. What's wrong with the mama?
So I'm trying to do this without getting emotional. So his mom is like what Umar does. Umar puts people away that he does not want, that he wants for himself. So he got this woman in the house. He's a hoarder. That's one.
That's why he always outside and he'll never record in his house.
Exactly. And we knew this. It had the community stood on business and front and center in the algorithm. When I went to go look up whatever I looked up, I didn't see nothing about Umar like this. I didn't see the conscious stripper. I didn't see the fucking hoarding. I didn't see none of this. Because they pushed him to the front over these damn degrees. And he's a whole goddamn crash out. So I go in there, I looked at the house. I'm a clean fanatic. I thought it was gonna be like in a bachelor pad, like a couple of cereal bowls here, No, I can't be in this shit. But I pushed through because I looked at her. He's talking about, okay, so he gives me a crash course, taking care of her, 20 minutes tops, and then he out the door on a plane.
Producers.
So that lets you know right there that it seemed more like the relationship crazy right there. It just looked like she had some crazy relationship. And you can see right there, read what she said about her son. It's just that basically her son and Umar was at some event. And then in her opinion, he was supposed to speak to her son or talk to her son or, just like, I guess, go up to her son or something like that. And in her opinion, he didn't do that. And that to her was a small thing to do. And then the kid probably just looked at it like, I don't care, mama, why you tripping? But that's what she probably thought he should have did. Went up to her kid and spoke to him, or I guess it was a kid event as well. That's why she brought the kid. So it looked like for her that was a line crossing moment where she felt like, damn, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? So I see why Rita said she voted no. It's housekeeping time, and that and say you allowed that. But I mean, the lady, she was, I guess, trying to do what it was to keep him, and he gonna be on the road. That's probably how you met him. But I don't know, man. Who necessarily right in that relationship situation? Because she put herself in it. She wanted to be with this guy. He's a celebrity, obviously, so you ain't there just for no reason. But look, I'm gonna let y'all see my shirt again. Check out our new shirt. It's HoodFilms. These shirts are available right now. You could purchase one in the all of the area. We got a shopping button on there. And check us out. We got different sizes, different colors. It's a really thorough shirt. It's a really thorough design. It's really done good. Printful sends it to you and prints it up for you as you process it. And we appreciate you guys stopping over here and kicking it with us at the show. This is our show, Hood Approved. You see HoodFilms. This is our brand. We working on it. We always got our brand out here. So we always want to let you guys know what we got going on. It's different shirts and different colors and stuff like that. And also our other podcast, Black Outrage. We do that Monday through Friday. So also I wanted to say, let me go to this other segment too, because I don't want to just stay on that person. That little segment right there. And but Dr. Umar got it going. He got a real bad situation going on with everybody throwing rocks at him. The votes are still coming in too. So far so good on the votes, and right now it's 67% no. That and that's crazy, but that's what it is right now. People are having a feeling, and it looked like it's not even. You know what I mean? It's really one dimensional. So that's just what it is. But they put themselves out there like that, and the people get to decide. The people get to decide. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with these dudes? You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if it's going to stay like that, because you know what I'm saying, people redeem themselves. They able to come back at some point, and I think that's probably what especially Dr. Umar. I think Dr. Umar will probably be able to redeem himself. Yeah, educated dude. Hit the audio on that. He an educated dude, and he been also super grinding in the game, and I think he'll be able to overcome whatever scenario he got going on with the people. With people not liking him. We also got our YouTube membership going too, guys. So if you want to also be a part of our YouTube membership, we got a few tiers in there that you can join up, and then you get a lot of our stuff ahead of time. We do a lot of stuff before we actually drop the stuff and things of that nature, and that's another element of the brand. that we do. So let's get back to some of the content. I'm gonna switch over to Fat Joe and right after this clip. Let's go. Oh, I hit the mute button.
Arrested for federal offense. I was told they could be arrested for federal offense. I was told they could be arrested for federal offense. Now, with that being said, brothers and sisters, Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifatunde and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal.
So you see the grift is in and it's heavy handed. You know what I'm saying? He don't mind letting the people know, send me some money. He don't mind. And you gotta kind of be like that. There's all of these other people that do all these kind of foundations and donation, runs and all this stuff in the world. He's just another one. You know what I'm saying? And he has built up money because I don't even think he would be out here going crazy like this to get more money if he wasn't getting money in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So I'll let this guy speak for a few seconds. Hit the like button, share the message, and let this dude speak for a few seconds. What do you got to say?
Saying head up because he's saying that his accounts are frozen. Now, the first thing that people told me was that his accounts was frozen because he had fraud or he was doing fraud or something like that. And so that's always why I want to go over to the source and find out exactly what the hell is happening, because I am not one to be sitting here going back and forth trying to figure out how much money is in somebody's bank account. I don't care, to be honest with you. It does not matter to me. What is interesting to me is the grift. And when the grift translates into somebody saying that I don't have no money, I don't have no digital currency, but I've been working on this school for the last 15 years and it's no closer to opening since the day I said that the inception of this concept. That part is sad. It is. And I'm not on, kicking him while he down, because I realize that this is a man that is, older and, he has never, I'm assuming, really put anything up for himself. He's never really invested. He can't have any conversation about how money is supposed to go. And so, the unfortunate part is that the literacy aspect of finances in our community is sad. Yet they say that they want to be in control of resources in order to open up a school. Well, no wonder the school hasn't opened up in 15 years, because it...
And he got his point right there. So his point is just being, an educated person probably in your degree level area, but you still not really smart, as far as money go. And you do need to have money smarts in the world. I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? You can't just think that you're gonna sit here and just have no money issues. Look how easy it is for them to just take over, and run him in the ground. And when money comes, somebody could just hack your account. I guess you're supposed to have 5, 6, 7 accounts. It's a lot of stuff you're supposed to do. And maybe you're supposed to be paying somebody financial to help you understand all that stuff. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But now he done set himself up for destruction, and everybody just throwing rocks at him. And this is a part of the game. So at this point, I'm gonna switch over to Fat Joe and what's going on with him. We seen scenarios with him, Fat Joe, that is about him crashing out and saying the negative stuff he said about black people in the FBA world. And in the FBA world, it really took a bad offense. And then, black people can be having these little shifts, and then all of a sudden you saw what happened with the Essence of Fast. Everybody was like, we ain't going there. Now all of a sudden the hip hop awards is closing. So a lot of people is blaming Fat Joe for that particular element of the hip hop world closing, because he was like the host of it. You know what I'm saying? So people mad. But I'm gonna play what Fat Joe said initially, which made everybody pissed off about him, which is why we had the question, is he hood approved? And you can let me know when you can vote. It's right there. We're gonna see at the end what the votes say. Is he hood approved? But let's go right now to what he actually said so we can hear right from him. No question. Let's go. Oh, wait a minute. I got my audio stopped. Hold up. Let's do it again.
by radical. These rumors were made by radical black racists. Let's just say that. Okay? It's a group of these guys that don't want to hear Jamaican, don't want to hear Guyanese, they don't want to hear a black guy that ain't down with them.
Right.
Right? So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't black American.
Who are these guys?
You want me to say their name? We're going to give them too much clout.
I mean,
the FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever the fuck these broke niggas is. I'm just keeping it a buck. And their shit is to attack everybody on Twitter. You see this nigga who run them? Like, you know, your leader? Oh, man. You gotta be fucking kidding me, man.
There are 43 million black Americans in this country. Y'all better be careful with that FBA slander.
These rumors.
So as you can see right there, that was like a real heavy-handed run from Fat Joe, and nobody liked that one. And that's really what a lot of his big problem was in the recent days, is because him saying that led to a lot of problems, you know what I'm saying? So it seemed like with him being the host of a black event like the Hip Hop Awards, that he would kind of even know a little bit more. Maybe he don't. Maybe he just too rich to understand it. But it was a bad backlash, extreme bad backlash behind that. And then people wanted an apology, and it was just crazy. It went crazy. And then you can see why all that award show went down. You know why it was like, because if he's gonna be the host, it's like the numbers dwindled all the way down. So let me see what this guy got to say. Let's see what he got to say real quick.
It's black all day. Fuck with the blacks all day. They gross. As soon as the Spanish people or person get around their con 4 or 5 deep, preferably more is crazy. But they get about 4 or 5 of them, they're gonna start talking Spanish, and then they're gonna start talking about you. Or one of them gonna start talking about you in Spanish. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna hear black, moreno, nigga, and all that. You gonna see that it's gonna be racist first. When you go to the prison system, I don't care how cool you is with the Spanish dudes. You know what I'm saying? You get 1, 2 Spanish dudes, they stay 2 deep, it's cool as hell, they black. You know what I'm saying? But 5 of they con coming in, you will see that they will start eating together. A Spanish person is black all day, fuck with the blacks all day. They the robes. As soon as the Spanish people.
So there you go. Like, you feel like the numbers when the numbers get crazy, it's gonna feel like you outnumbered and they're gonna go against you and all that stuff. Some people been in those scenarios, you know what I'm saying, and that's probably what that guy has been actually dealt with something like that. But Fat Joe, I heard rumors of somebody say he does something like that when some other guy got some video swirling around saying he did something like that. But also keep the votes coming in, because we got a little bit more voting to do. I'm gonna let this guy go ahead and say what he got to say about Fat Joe, and let me know in the comment section what y'all think about Fat Joe. You got something to say? I'm gonna read it. Let's go.
Joe over here calling the FBA broke black racist. Come on, man, that don't make no sense whatsoever. The fact that you even saying that, it makes you look like you're racist. You already got a lot of stuff going on with TA going at you because you owe the money. The Big Pun's family. Like, Big Pun's little son don't even want nothing to do with you. He don't want to do a song with you. He don't want to even have you in his life, man. Like, because you stole from their family. You had them, really struggling out here, man. Like, on the real. And Big Pun, he's the reason why you even had success. Because Big Pun was a way better rapper than you. Just like, you said Lord Jamar was the worst rapper in his crew. I don't know about that, but Fat Joe, you for sure was the worst one in your crew, man. Like, all your artists wrote for you. You're not better than Cuban Link and all that. Definitely not better than Big Pun, Armageddon, none of that. So at the end of the day, man, like, you did a lot of people wrong. So you got a lot of karma, on the real. And you're not like 50 Cent. 50 Cent put out all his artists. Fat Joe never put out his artists. I'm surprised 50 Cent ain't never signed Cuban Link to make Fat Joe mad when they were beefing, man, because 50 is petty like that.
We got some Fat Joe haters. But, people got some beef with Fat Joe, but that's one of his own kind, if you ask me. He looked like he Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? But he was actually running the Hip Hop Awards, Fat Joe was, and then they all got canceled. So, but that was the initial reason why people was having a problem with him, and everybody was looking at him like, "Dag, man, what's up with you?" Fat Joe had his own opinion about why the Hip Hop Awards was canceled as well. But a lot of people looked at it was like it was him. You know what I'm saying? Like it was his issue. And there's a whole lot of different takes on it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I try to kind of jump on here and talk about it a little bit, because the takes on it be like, it's a lot of takes on that. So that's why I be wondering like that, what other people think. You know what I'm saying? Me sitting in my own brain is like, I wonder what a lot of other folks think.
Organization for African Unity.
Let me see what this guy has to say.
And I think about that, and I just think that there's an opportunity to unify with certain people over there.
Okay. Right. And start, we know that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, who you respect.
Let's see.
I don't care who it is. It can be Farrakhan Group, it can be Royale, it can be Charlotte. If they ain't standing in line on what Master Farad taught and what the Supreme Minister John Muhammad,
it's going down on this show.
Don't understand that part, but whatever.
Hang on a second. I'm seriously trying to approach this, from a position of offering a solution if we can. But you said mental illness.
Most definitely.
Come on, mental illness.
So the reason why I say mental illness, for the simple fact of when you see the police and you understand the climate of what's going on in America.
All right, this show too long. I can't find my segment on here. This was 3.5 hours when I thought it was gonna be a quick grab, but it's just too long. But as far as yeah, a lot of the stuff is like I can't really grab them because of the length of them. There's some long videos, you know what I'm saying? So, but for the main part about Fat Joe, I always been a fan of him back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I liked Fat Joe back when I was coming up. I was always a fan. But to see him kind of dissing black people like he's so I don't know. Do people feel like they arrived? Do people feel like they don't need you no more? It's these questions. You just don't know. You know what I'm saying? And then you see, whereas the people that's higher up, the companies, the Paramount Pictures, whoever the hell owned Viacom, I think it's Viacom, that owned BET, was to hire him to actually be their host after he was dissing black people on this podcast. That guy had 1 million followers on that podcast. And then you got Fat Joe dissing black people. And then you turn around and he get the show. It was almost like when Kamala Harris became the presidential election by Joe Biden, after she turned around saying she's not going to do nothing for black people. Then they said, okay, yeah, you the one. You go up for president. It's like, hey, did you hear what she just said? And it's almost like with Fat Joe, why would you let him continue to do it if he just did it so as no respect? So, you can see what black people are looking at him and saying, hey, you ain't even seeing this. Like, what's your problem? You should step out of this little mix. But I don't think he understands it either, because you're making money. It's like, why would I listen to you when you got to work every day and they able to pay me $300,000 or whatever they cost to stand right here for 3 hours tonight, and I'm paid. It'd be crazy for me not to do this. Like, so it's like that double-edged sword. Let's see what this guy got to say. Keep the votes coming in too, guys. I'm gonna let this guy explain it.
But after this news, and I'm gonna get to the official news of it. After this news, this is what Fat Joe actually had to say.
BET, this is a form of gentrification, what's going on right now. Right? So I don't know if y'all really want to ask me about this shit right here, right? So BET came up as a community station for black people, right? In urban culture. And our man, Bob Johnson, took the check. We sold it, first black billionaire, whatever the case may be.
I really don't want y'all to be staring at this guy to see this actual video. It's the actual video. Oh, yeah, I can't find it right away, but that's the actual video that you can see Fat Joe saying his actual words. That's what I would like for you to see. But, as you can tell, that the people just ain't really feeling Fat Joe as far as that go. You know what I'm saying? So, let me see if I can find that actual video, because it would be better to see Fat Joe actually saying it. You know what I'm saying? Than watching that guy face. So he could just respond to it. Fat Joe Hip Hop Awards. Let's see what'll pop up, because he actually said something about it, but I didn't see it right away. Because his maybe it's here. Maybe it's right here. Maybe it's right here. But hope y'all having a great day. I hope y'all having a great day out there and chilling. It's a heated up day where I'm at. Let me know how hot it is where you guys are from, because you're watching Hood Approved, and we checking out Fat Joe. We checking out all the stuff that went down with him. And we did Umar Johnson's scenario earlier, so now we're going to be on Fat Joe. and see what he got to say. Is he hood approved? Is he hood approved? I don't know. Some votes are in. Some votes are in, but we'll get to the votes in a minute. So I had the super chats going. We had the like button. This T-shirt is in. Our new shirt is out. You can cop one of these right there. We got the shop going on. Hook us up if you can, and it's a nice little item. It's dope. We got all sizes. It's dope. It's rugged for the weather. It's different color, different sizes. I appreciate you guys. If you want to support us, it's a good thing. And let's get back to the video. Now, this is actually Joe and Jada. They got their own podcast, so you'll probably hear it directly from them on what they got going on with this. So let's see what they say.
It is Joe and Jada, man. Hip hop shit for the culture. I was scrolling yesterday. I seen BET is canceling the BET Hip Hop Awards and the Soul Train Awards. Now, we all know our people. The BET, the Hip Hop Awards, till they started switching, I think they let you host it.
3 years. 3 years.
Kevin Hart do the last one, so they put a little bit of fluidity back into it. But it was a time when it got like the Ratchet Awards and nobody was really going and this and that. Then, I guess with the passing of Don Cornelius, whoever was in charge of the Soul Train, I guess, I don't know, slipped. It didn't have the same fluidity as it had other years, prior to before he passed. So now they just canceling it. That's like
This is a form of gentrification, what's going on right now. Right, so I don't know if y'all really want to ask me about this shit right here, right? So BET came up as a community station for black people, right? In urban culture. And our man, Bob Johnson, took the check. He sold it, first black billionaire, whatever the case may be. He sold it to Viacom and Paramount, MTV and them, VH1 and them. Little by little over the years, quietly, they've been firing a lot of people behind the scenes in BET, and everybody who has something to say, they've been firing them and this and that. And I know because I've been working on the BET Hip Hop Awards for 3 years. Shit was like the budget, not for me, but the budget just getting chopped and chopped and chopped. And last year, I debuted my single with Khaled in the VMAs, and Katy Perry's still flying through the air in the VMAs. They still blowing out of the cannons. They still flying in the air. They still got all the tricks. They still got the budgets. They got the shit, And so, I think in the entertainment world, I don't think I know this was like a form of gentrification. They kept underfunding them, and you ain't got no money to be creative. That's why you was watching the Ratchet Awards, like they ain't had no bread. Last year we shot the last joint, and
They have bread for what they want to have bread for.
I'm so honored for the opportunity, Connie Orlando and the whole crew to let me host. That was one of the biggest things I ever wanted to do in my life. I look up, if I never told you, I look up to a Steve Harvey. So Steve Harvey's my guy at media that I want to be like. And so, that made me feel like I was Steve Harvey of hip hop and trying to keep it consistent.
So you can see right there from his own opinion from Fat Joe, he's saying that he actually was the host for these last few years. And it looked like they did one with Kevin Hart too, but he was the host and the money was going down. So a lot of black people would just conclude that that's obvious because you're not black. So they're trying to force Kamala Harris for us to go watch Kamala Harris show us hip hop with the people who actually created, the people who actually in the studios, the people who actually made it a thing, the people who actually made you want to become it, the people who actually make the creation. So, you could say that he's not in tune with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like the money is more of a grab. It's like, and that's understandable because if that's your 9 to 5, that's all you got coming in, or that's how you eat. It's gonna be hard to just tell you, hey man, don't eat like that. Don't go get no chicken wings like that. Don't have a burger that way. It's like kind of be a little bit conscious about it. But the people obviously bringing it to him and saying, yo, do you want to host our show? So I don't know if it's other people lined up saying, hey, what about me? Or if they just disregarding everything and saying, we don't care about the climate of the people or what people might think. You our host, this our show, we do what we want to do. And so it's again just like the Essence Fest and the Carnival Cruise. black people made their stance and was like, hey, we ain't rocking with that. Your ratings or whatever y'all got going on, y'all figure it out, you know? So, okay, if he Hispanic, then get the Hispanics to show up. If the Essence Fest got a bunch of Africans, then get the Africans to show up. Because these are things that we created ourselves. Now, you own it. Yeah, there's probably something that y'all control or whatever. But if you're not going to look at us and look at our opinion about what we believe to be something that we look at in our culture as something that we stamp or something that we hood approve, then you just going to hold it to yourself. And you just going to, however y'all make money, that's going to be your business. And that's really what's going on with those operations. And so where it's not exactly the same with Dr. Umar Johnson and Fat Joe, but it's kind of the same because they both are dealing with institutions that are faulty. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Umar Johnson had everybody at one point believing that he was going to build an institution, and it's not ever going to happen. We can conclude, especially seeing him have these blow-ups about this female, you really know now that that's never coming, because who would take their kid down there to let somebody be a part of that if every time he got a problem it's some female issue with a girl and the mama and the baby mama, whatever you're going to call it. You know what I'm saying? So and then Fat Joe the same way. Who want to deal with this guy if every time it's a black issue you can't see it? Something that the black people got going on that you wanted to be a part of. You wanted to be a rapper. You wanted to be in the rap world where it's dominated by black people, but now you get to some level of, and think about this, since 1992, 94, and we're in 2025, and Fat Joe has still got a career. This nigga is around like Beyonce. Like literally, he could tell Beyonce, I've been in the game longer than you. And Beyonce got to jump on stage and do all this shit and make TikTok dances all her fucking life, and she's 40-something years old. And this nigga just sit around and get contracts and deals because, you know, he got the complexion for the protection, and they just make sure that he stay in the game. He can mix two different cultures. He got the Hispanic culture, he got the black culture. He accepted by both. So, you know, it's a money run. It's a money run for everybody who thinking. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the people who decide if we want to rock with them people, they not really thinking about what we got to say, and they don't care. Even Dr. Umar Johnson, he don't care. If people say he is fraud, if people say he a scammer, he don't care. He want more donations. He want more money. And so I'm going to do my Umar Johnson impression real quick. Take care of me real quick if you can. Go hook up my shirt. It's out right now. You can see it. It's available, and it's dope. These are our shirts. You can get them. It's high quality. It's high quality. You're going to help us keep the brand going. You'll help us keep HoodFilms and our podcast making things happen, using the digital equipment we do to do the flip back and forth with the videos so you can see it, and you know, doing the technology that we do. This is HoodFilms. This is the brand. This is Hood Approved. I appreciate y'all coming this far into the show. Y'all rocked with us a long way, and we appreciate that. You made comments, you made votes, you know, you did what you did, and I'm just grateful, man. I'm gonna let you know what the votes overall have come down to be so far. In the mix, it looks like it was a 67%. It didn't move too far from that. It stayed right up in that pocket. So that lets you know that is Dr. Umar Johnson and Fat Joe Hood approved. And the people said no. So that's it for them dudes right there. They are out the hood. That's it. They cut off. It's Dr. Umar Johnson and Fat Joe Hood approved. 67% said no. 33% said yes. So that was a lot of votes. A lot of voting came in today of people that had their opinion about those people, and I just appreciate everybody voting and doing, but y'all did, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what Tyrell V say. Fat Joe is famous for negative publicity because it sells nowadays. Jadakiss balances it out with positive publicity. I feel Fat Joe realizes nowadays he has the dark cloud over his head, and he has embracing it. Yeah, yep. You know, that's a real clever way of looking at it too, because when you think about it, I was wondering what Fat Joe was going to do, because you know, obviously I thought he was going to apologize and say, I'm sorry, hey man, that was on me, my fault, I didn't know. But he stayed low key, and you know, they say he was running with Jay-Z as a he was running. How would you say it? Like he was signing Jay-Z, like some kind of management deal, whatever, Rock Nation. So I thought they probably was put him to the side, like, hey, don't apologize, don't say nothing, sit to the cut. Look, it's gonna blow over. Do this, do that. Work in this capacity. Don't do this and don't do that. And he probably just listened to that. But when it came down to actually apologizing, he never did do that. So I was wondering what he was gonna do. But when he popped out with the Jada show with Jadakiss, I'm sitting back like, well, how the fuck would Jada do this? But that's inside the black culture. If a person that's non-black does something wrong, there's going to be somebody that is black that's going to come and say, hey, no way, you can't do that. And it's also like that in the white culture, but it take a long bunch of years in between. So if a black person did a crime or did something wrong, then it takes these little youngsters that go to some law school 20 years into the future to find his case and then go and bring up the case and make it go back to court. And then he get out of prison and be like, whoo, that was 27 years, I'm free now. But it's like, that it's the same. So, it's the checks and balances, but we do it a little bit quicker. If they do something like N-word or whatever, you got about 4 black people pop out and be like, wait, ho, ho, ho. That's my friend. That's my guy. I know him. He cool. He didn't mean it like that. Y'all pipe down. Everybody be like, okay. But at the end of the day, they do it the other way too, but it take a long, and you can't wait for them kids to grow up and go to college one day so they could work on your case if you're in that kind of scenario. Because that's what got to happen if you think about it. They little bitty babies, and I got to run them, grow up and be like, I want to be a lawyer. Then they go in there and find some case that somebody threw somebody away in prison. So it works in those two imbalanced balances. So Tyrell V say he embracing it now, it seemed like in the public. Tyrell V said he went from lying to just saying anything just to gain a negative publicity to get traffic coming in for him. That's BS. And he said Rick Ross did the same. Well, that celebrity crazy when you get to that age. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think about it. Fat Joe been around since the 90s. It's a lot of people who wasn't even born who probably watching this podcast right now who was probably born in the 90s. They was like a little baby growing up like mama. Now they grown as hell. You know what I'm saying? And so he's been a celebrity through all of those decades. Think about that. Everything that happened. Anybody who was in the celebrity realm to not. So many people from Lauryn Hill to you name them, from Whitney Houston, the singers, the artists, to nobody being famous to this day, to the younger artists, to whoever they are, from Kendrick Lamar to you name an artist that's of today's time frame. He's literally went through all of these spectrums of time, staying a celebrity, staying at a high level of celebrity. Now look at him in his late 50s. He's still at a high level. Somebody like Jadakiss, who got the respect of top 5 rapper and all that shit. Hey, let's do a podcast together. Now his name is still swirling the game. You can't throw a rock at that. It's hard to diss that. It's hard to say, yeah, man, you ain't shit. This dude been grinding. You gotta be a hard-working nigga to be in the industry for 40 years, 35 years. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So most people, look at P. Diddy came out the same time as him. He's sitting in prison today. It don't matter how much money he made. It don't matter what he did. He in jail this afternoon, right while we speaking. He's in some jail cell while Fat Joe sitting on a podcast. Yeah, man. Now he know the history of blackness a little bit. The BET was made. He had to kind of pick up a little bit more sensibility in order for him to really make a stamp around us as black people. Because otherwise, people gonna name you and blame you and put a bad rep on you, and it'll be hard to wipe that off from our culture. Because those few black people, they could kind of clear it up for you right away, but ultimately and overall, you'll still get that bad stigma, and it will never go away. And you can see that's what happened with Hulk Hogan when he passed on. When it came down to black people, it was no respect across the board. No matter where you looked, no matter where you heard anybody saying anything, it was like that moment he crossed out and he crashed out. That was it. And so his legacy won't be respected in the black culture forevermore. But in his culture, it probably still will, obviously. So, I appreciate y'all kicking it with us this far into the message. Y'all the best. Y'all kicked it with us heavy-handedly. Y'all rocked with us, and we appreciate you. And you made them votes. You made the message. And a few more votes came in, but the numbers did not change. So it's like everybody still got the same feelings. So again, this is our shirt. It's available, the HoodFilms shirt. Get one if you can support us. Keep our podcast going. This is our brand right here. This is actually HoodFilms. I'm the CEO. I'm your boy Hood. I made it. I created it. I got a movie that's on Tubi, and it's called Kill a Rapper. Kill a Rapper. Just like I said, it's a dope story. I heard a song from KRS-One by the title Kill a Rapper. I wrote a script, made a movie. It's dope as hell. Shutting down Tubi. I appreciate Tubi for putting my movie up there, and you're going to love it. And it's free. It's free. It costs no money. Go right over there and check it out if you get a chance. And join our YouTube membership, too, because we got tiers and we got good things coming to you before our shows launch and stuff like that. And it's just been great kicking it with y'all. I appreciate everybody having a great vibe and hanging out with me this afternoon. You know what I mean? You made the weather feel better because it's like steaming, burning outside, and I gotta actually go barbecue later, like I said in the early part of the podcast. And so, and thank you. Okay, finally the numbers move just a hint, but I mean just a hint, because now it's 62% say that Dr. Umar Johnson is Dr. Umar Johnson and Fat Joe Hood approved, and 62% say no, and 38% says yes. So it don't look like those numbers are going to change too much further from there. So I'm going to be back with you guys on another one of these episodes. You can check out our playlist. It'll have the last show that we did, and we got new shows coming up. And if you want to have some shows that you think, or some people that you think we should talk about to become or are still Hood approved, don't be afraid to let me know in the comment section, because we will talk about it right here. And I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great day. Chill out there and have fun.